Sup?
What, this table?
Yeah. Makes my head hurt.
What part? That's the opcode table.
Hi, YouTube.
Yeah, that's confusing.
Hi, everyone. Say hi to YouTube.
Hello,
Hi, YouTube.
There you go. Open YouTube.
Isn't YouTube getting a new CEO soon or something?
Yeah, she stepped down.
Oh.
Let's see. Hey, look, program counter's connected.
Oh yeah, let's see where's Discord.
Hi.
Yeah, program counter's connected.
You?
Nice.
YouTube?
But yeah, this is my version of the Rails CPU. I took advantage of the ALU and just had all the opcodes go through the ALU. So the ALU really is like the vast majority of the instruction decoding.
I really like those vertical wires you got there.
Which wires?
He's getting confused on how to arrange the wires in the register, in the multiplexers.
Yeah, multiplexers are annoying to look at because you have to because these are just one bit of the values, and you're using these 3 bits to choose from all the 16 options that this one bit could be.
I mean, it's a very simple ISA, so you would expect the diagram to be simple.
Yeah.
Ship it.
Put it in an FPGA and do Fibonacci.
Yeah. Don't even test it. No. That's not how modern software or hardware development works. No. We just make code that barely works and then we ship it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
it looks good enough, so we just fucking shit. Fuck. Hey, it's okay, it's okay. We got this. We got this good.
It's called continuous integration for a reason.
Yes, it's continuous, so that we can start scamming people earlier, right?
So, I'm looking at building.
Mighty fine today.
Whoa! Look at all them tabs.
Looking at building this stage.
Oh,
here.
did you go away from Edge again? Good for you.
No, I just haven't moved over my work stuff. So yeah, I finished forward detection last time because I just wanted to finish that up. The register file and shadow register file I need to make. I still need to debate how I want to do that. Because effectively, anytime this predicts a branch, anytime this speculates on a branch, it signals the register file to copy itself. Or not to copy itself. It's effectively going to be like 2 full sets of registers, and you're writing to both at all times. But I have ideas. I think it may just duplicate itself.
Yes, finally! The point cloud data is rendering. Holy shit, that took forever. Oh, you can literally see the dude walking on the point cloud. That's wild.
I hate that allergy season has started again. I enjoyed January, February so much. Never had bad allergies when I was a kid, and now they hit me bad as an adult.
I was reading somewhere that there is like a measurable average increase in pollen in the world or something on average. I don't know. I don't quite recall the details, but yeah.
Yeah. Let's work on the register file.
Do you guys do like pull requests in the hardware world, or is it just a free fall?
You do what?
Do you guys do pull requests in the hardware world, or is it just a free fall?
I mean, I don't know that of many open source projects enough.
No, I
That
mean
really
like at
even.
work.
No, well, we just kind of divvy up work, and then we're all in our different like branches and stuff, and we merge when we want to.
Oh, that's wild. Okay.
That is. I asked that a while ago.
We work
Oh,
on
yeah, that's
substantially
very
like
wild.
different things, so we don't need each other's stuff at all.
No, but
that
that's not
makes
the
sense.
point of a pull request. The point of a pull request is to review one another's code, to find incongruities and low quality to keep one another honest, as well as to have multiple perspectives on the same
Yeah, no,
code.
that's too much fucking time and work. Not worth it.
I spend about half of my time doing pull requests.
Yeah, no, that's a waste of fucking time.
Normally, I would agree, but it has resulted in an exceptionally high quality code base. Like all the other code bases I've worked on in my life are atrocious, like suicidally atrocious. But this is one of the few that's like, okay, I can deal
Yeah, I
with
could
this.
see like maybe 20% of your time, but if it's that much of your time, it's not fucking worth it. Then you find a better way. And put in place better rules in the organization, and get stricter with people enforcing those rules on like
Yeah,
strategies and stuff. And
that is what PRs are for, to force people to follow the rules.
yes, but if it's taking up 50% of your time, then it's fucking not doing what it's supposed to do.
50% is maybe a bit extreme. It's not that bad, but yeah, it's pretty rough. I don't know. I find it to be worth it. The benefits are worth it. But then again, I work for a really, really big company that wants high quality code and doesn't
Yeah.
get paid for it.
And also, yeah, when you have a small group of people, you don't really have to fucking do that because everyone's like, you don't have to do that with a small group. You only have to do that when you're working with have something large.
You blew my mind when you said no, though. Not even a little. That's wild, dude.
No, we're on different branches. He periodically looks over mine. I periodically look over his. That's about it.
That's a form of peer review right there.
Yeah, it's peer review, but it's not pull request.
Well, that's what a pull request is for. It's just a more formal way of doing it.
Who are you working with, Gio, you said? Where you look over each other's stuff or whatever?
Who do you think?
Is it Ellie?
My guy. Yeah, he says my guy a lot.
It's not Ellie, is it?
It is,
No.
yeah. The coworkers. Aren't you?
Is it Clint? Penny doesn't code, do they?
No. I DM'd you. I have no idea
Okay.
who likes saying who works with me, who doesn't work with me publicly. So on streams, I don't usually say people's names who work with me or don't.
Oh, that makes
I'm so
sense.
sorry.
Okay. Let's change the subject then before we step on someone's toes, yeah?
No, didn't think I know that person.
Yes, you fucking do.
Why'd you have to out me? I was trying to cover for it.
Oh, my keyboard changed on my phone.
Oh, that's horrible.
I got a new update.
Mm.
Why is it brown now? I liked it when it was black. It looks so sleek. It was nice. Why is it like a beige? Why would my keyboard randomly turn beige? I don't need a beige keyboard on my phone.
Do you have an Apple device or an Android device?
Android. It's a Samsung. It's just default Samsung keyboard. For some reason, it has like beige color tones now.
You and your kids with your RGB paraphernalia. Look where it got you now.
You have a phone too.
My phone isn't RGB.
What phone do you have?
I have a Samsung Galaxy S9.
S9?
Yeah.
How old is that fucking phone?
An S9 Plus. It's not that old. It's only like 3 or 4 or 5 years, maybe.
That's a lot for a phone.
Dude, no. The S9. Oh yeah, I forgot because it was 9, 10, 20, 21. Yes, that's only 4 years old. My bad. I forgot they did the 10, 20, 21 thing.
I don't know what phone I have. What does it say?
I have two phones. I have a
Yeah, me too.
S21 and then I have a Fold 4.
You got one for your main woman and one for your side chick.
No, I just have one for work.
I still tell Maddie that randomly to mess with her. I'm like, aren't you ever like worried that my other phone is like being used for stuff? She's like, no. All you do is have that fold phone so you can have a big screen for YouTube when you're in the bathroom. And I'm like, don't call me out like that. I'm like, damn, why you have to know me so well and just call me out?
Basically, it's a tablet that you're folding in half.
They can fit in my pocket when I stand up to wash my hands. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that are you a early adopter and is that some tech in your pocket or are you just happy to that joke's not even funny, I'm not even gonna finish that.
Dude, the form factor though with this fucking grip case, it's a chunky. It's thick.
Is it?
I don't mind the thickness though. I actually don't mind it at all. It just makes it a pain in the ass to fit it in pockets with some things. We were working on like registers and shit. On.
Yeah, probably, possibly. Holy shit! That's bad. Don't just set your point clouds to be 900 big. They become just a big blob.
Input.
Bruh.
Bruh.
Yeah, I want to get one of those buttons that you put on your desk and you press it and it says bruh.
Bruh. With like a proper bruh.
Ever since that meme became popular, I've used bruh just so much.
Bruh. 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 Bruh.
That sounds horrifying. Don't do it that way.
Bruh. Bruh.
No,
Bruh.
stop. It's not welcoming.
Bruh. Bruh. I don't know how it sounds over my mic though. What is love?
Fun fact. Did you know that Alan Turing invented out of order execution?
Okay.
Not a lot of people know that.
I just imagine that people like the concept of out of order execution has just been around since the concept of execution in computers because it's so obvious. Just people didn't know how to execute it. Like the idea existed, but no one knew how to execute it. Right?
Yeah, the hardest part was people could either run it or they could program for it, but they couldn't make something they could run and program.
Babbage invented the superscalar architecture.
Did you know Curta helped invent the EPIC processors for AMD?
Lebanese invented Infinity Fabric.
Will be back.
It's just getting progressively so bad.
I can't think of anybody. I can't think of anybody older than that.
I'll be back.
Yeah, anyone holding that in the computing world, I know, right? I know of a few, but like, I'm not culturally smart in people. Is there anything else I need more than this? I don't think so.
I should use Stable Diffusion to generate an image of like Charles Babbage with Jim Keller. but like it'd be an old timey photo.
How do I want to control these registers? Do I want to... I got options. I got many options. When I know that... I'm just gonna make some fucking notes. Notes always help me to think through things. The notes. You write to the shadow when you begin speculation. Yeah, so I don't even need to end speculation. I just need a begin and mispredicted speculation pulse. Okay, and that works for me. I don't need shadow control at all. Reg, sync multi-bit, 8-bit. This will be okay. So if there's mispredicted shadow, then it's shadow register, and then if load write enables on, then it's load write data. Not, then it's write back data. Okay, that actually is all done. Should be everything I need, except so I don't make this damn mistake again. Sign read data equals register cell. Okay, so this is a single cell of the register. So instead of having these separate structures, I have them just a singular, and because all my CPUs, I usually make cells for registers rather than just using a RAM bank. So that way, when you synchronously reset, all the registers reset. I like it. That's one of the reasons why I have the registers in their own pretty much stage, so that way they can be a little bit more complicated and I don't have to care. So God, I hate my allergy. The register cell, whenever you get a write back from the registers, from like the ALU or anything, it'll write back the data because this write back enable will be high. So it'll just take the write back data. But if load enable is high, it'll take the load write data because you're loading from memory. But if the shadows, then if it says, oh fuck, I mispredicted, I need to roll back my state, it'll then pulse this and grab this register from here. And it updates this register anytime you begin speculation. So on your first cycle, when you begin speculation, you pulse this for that one cycle, and it just pretty much stores the entire register file state. So you can then roll back. I gotta think. I think I need to have a condition. I think it needs to, anytime you issue a write, yeah, so anytime this actually like changes post speculation, but just a write back enable, not a Yeah, it's issued a write, not actually doing the write back. Yeah, okay. So then this needs to change to speculating rather than input.
I will be right back.
So then register write back enable. Okay, I like this better. Actually, I need to make this A1 B1. So then mixed prediction will take that there, but only if the shadow register MSB is set. So what this is going to do is, instead of blindly just always copying here, only when you're currently in speculation mode and you issue an instruction is issued to the backend that's going to write to the register, do you copy this register? Because that means there's a state in it that needs to be preserved from before that. The Hmm. Thinking. Okay, so when we're speculating, we issue a write back. We write the register cell to this, and we put a valid bit up here. So that way, whenever we say mispredict, it'll only write back the values. Only write back the valid values. Okay. So the one thing that I'm curious about is handling speculation in the run ahead queue. If an instruction is issued into here for write back and it's ran ahead, the system needs to know when to flush instructions from the run ahead queue that were speculative instructions. So we need to have a bit set.
You need to have a drill bit set.
I'm thinking about this because then in my I feel like my register file cell is fine. Mux is done. Back to that. I thought I started on the run ahead. The fuck? There it is. Yeah, I'm stupid. Yeah, so we needed to go back through and build this, but I feel like instead of just having the would have been forwarded, I'm debating if I know I need to have something to say whether or not this instruction was pushed to here during a speculation. But there could be a point where you like issue a speculation and then like if you're speculating and then you issue that value out. Oh, I have an idea. If I were to potentially put a speculative bit here, right? And then at the end of my pipeline, like in the pipeline right here, I have a you have like a speculative run ahead counter, and what this does is it'll be somewhere. It just counts how many instructions you push to the run ahead queue during your current speculation, right? And then if you end up, and it'll just keep letting that thing, and as you issue instructions out of the run ahead queue, it'll decrement that counter. And then if you mispredict, it'll clear that counter to 0. So then it'll keep going. It'll go through and it'll make sure that all the instructions with that bit 1 will just be like just invalidated as they come through. Just cleared, and just like deleted on the side. And then that works. And then in order to force safety with the system, we can just prevent it from speculating again until it's until that counter has reached 0. I think I actually need 2 copies of that counter. Or just a status bit. Yeah, I'll need a status bit and just pretty much says, hey, these are now invalid. And I just count them down and say, okay, so then these next 7 are going through. If I have 2 counters, and I can, if I'm speculating and then I mispredict, you can go through, I can just have 2 separate bits. And I'll alternate between those 2. Then I don't have to worry about waiting to speculate until if I resolve the branch, because I could resolve the branch and still have speculative instructions out in flight. But those could take a long time. Yeah, I'm gonna stick to the truly 1 deep and you can't speculate at all until you're either not speculating currently and all of your speculative bits are cleared from your run ahead queue. So your counter on it is 0. I'm making a note right here. If you predicted correctly, then prevent any speculation to reach it.
Why isn't there any needles in here?
That you decrement counter when you
Hey, Capo,
what?
are you thinking really hard right now?
What?
Are you thinking right now?
Am I what?
Thinking!
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm not gonna ask you a stupid question.
So the beautiful thing about the run ahead queue is that it's a FIFO. So if you're speculating on one instruction, you keep pushing stuff to it, all of those instructions are also going to be speculative instructions until you get to the end of your speculation. So since you're going to keep counting and you have a separate counter, whenever you get to the end of that speculation and you may have like 7 or 8 instructions in your run ahead queue, and you go, oh, fuck, I mispredicted. And all I have to do is go, okay, and then just add that value of 7 to my tail pointer of the run ahead queue, and I magically throw away all those instructions for a 1 cycle cost.
Oh, that makes sense. Effectively moving the pointer. Yeah.
Yeah, just moving the pointer, which effectively throws away all the speculative instructions.
That makes a lot of sense, bro. Cool. Oh, I think it's called yarn. Yeah.
See, this is what I love about CPUs is like I truly love that I've been like building different parts, and as I'm building different parts, like you're like, oh fuck, and you realize that some design portion of this one part is like completely fucked, and you have to like redo half your shit.
Why do you love that?
Because it's like the exploration journey, man.
It's a journey? Yeah, fair enough. But you get that with software as well, though, I guess.
I got 2 additional subscribers and actually decent views. I'm actually kind of surprised. I've got another 2 views on this one since last night. I had 40 views last night. Why am I getting views on 4-hour streams of us just sitting here? Didn't expect these to get any. I'm actually kind of...
Yeah, like I was thinking of it more as a documentation as well, right? Wow, I am really bad at what do you call this? I don't have the vocabulary. When you take some string and put it in a needle and then you fix like material clothing. I don't have the English word.
Sewing?
Sewing, yes! I'm currently sewing, but I'm really bad at it, right?
Oh, I'm really good at it.
Oh, nice.
My mom taught me.
Oh, nice, nice, yeah.
It's one of those skills my mom was really adamant about. You're going to be an adult in this world. You need to be able to take care of yourself and not be relying on any random person you're with or something like that and then be stuck in a relationship because you can't take care of yourself. You need to be able to take care of yourself. I'm like, okay, mom.
Yes, mother.
Wait, Capo. I have you good news.
You have me good news?
YouTube just recommended me your stream.
Oh, hell yeah.
It knows.
It recommended me my own stream, like my Lord DeCapo account got recommended the LTDS stream. It made me happy.
That's great. I have a meeting in like 10 minutes.
Do I have a meeting today? No, I don't. You got me worried right there for a second, man.
I always have a meeting around this time on stream days because my American clients are awake then, right?
I'm so stupid. I was worried about having to keep track of speculative bits. If I'm literally just clearing that counter, oh wait, no, hold on.
It sounds like there's gonna be, what was that Spectre bug in x86?
No, it's not.
It's not?
No.
I think I need to go to
I guarantee you there will be side channels in this fucking architecture. I guarantee you there'll be side channels.
Okay.
I'm not designing to avoid them. I'm designing to give like crazy hardware stuff, crazy RTOS stuff.
Fair enough.
So I need to set this bit when Or not speculating. Hello, Donkey ASF and Robolato, which I'm guessing by the picture makes you less. When you're speculating and counter. Okay. Okay, so then speculating and not speculating and counter equals 1. And okay, cool. Yeah, so I like these notes. They be making me happy. I hate my sinuses. So yeah, that should cover the speculation. I don't know why went so far with all the speculation stuff, and I never even once thought about. Hey, I wonder about the run ahead stuff. I wonder what that does during speculation. Thankfully, it was not too crazy. Yeah. Run ahead queue. I'm gonna leave those notes where they are. At this register cell. I believe we finished up. I'm gonna say decoded register right back. Because it's not actually writing back. It's just when you issue an instruction that should be writing back to it. Which, if I'm thinking about that, if you have instructions in your run ahead queue that we're going to write to registers, and they would be copied over from the data register into the shadow register, and they'd go into the run ahead queue, and then you clear them. On this misprediction, you would copy back the register cell to the shadow register to the register cell. And that would, at that moment, do nothing because the value is the same. So it would take care of itself. Cool. I like reference code on the left or on the right. Oh yeah. God, I have. I know nobody in Michigan to be answering that phone. I need to incorporate the register status. I forgot. I forgot. Yeah, that's it. All has to go in the register file. The register file is gonna be such a nastiness. It hurts me. It hurts me so. Hold on. In this pipeline, I remember something. Operands clean. I never used the first bit of this. I only used the 0. Okay. That's fine. I'll just leave it there and it'll synthesize it away. I'd rather have it there for completeness. Okay, so then we have reading from A. Will be writing. Okay, that's these two wires here. Read address. That's the operand. Mark A dirty. Ah, yeah, I gotta have the dirty. Input. Operand A dirty set. Reading from B. That's the B read enable. B address. Cool. And then we have the feedback mechanism that will come in later. Yep, these two are covered by these. And these stacks. Yeah, these are inputs will be from a stack that'll be in here as well. Okay. Register cell generation. Register Status. Since I'm decoding A and B here, I'm probably gonna move them out. Yeah, so I'm just going to input in the one hot here. Instead of having a decoder there and a decoder here, there's no sense in duplicating the hardware. So I'll just put the decoders up here. Wait. Never mind. I don't actually need to decode A at all. Well, it's going to be in an assignment. Oh, wait. Okay, we have the stack cache. Stack cache. Da 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 da. Stack cache. Hmm. 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 Thinking. So register status just needs to be instantiated here. And I'm very well aware that I'm not testing any of these modules. I'm going to go through and test. I'm going to test it, but that'll be probably like Friday. I'll go through and just like do a checkpoint and just go through and test all the modules that I have. Because that's why on here, they're yellow. Because they're written, but they're not validated. Once they're written, then once they're run through a test bench or validated on an FPGA of some sort, they're validated to work, I can mark them green. I'm just thinking. You see, I already had that note right there, but I can't do B because I don't have to read B. Thank you. Okay, so this is something crazy that I saw yesterday. My mom gave me this box of like baby stuff from when I was like a baby in the first couple years of my life, of all these memories things, stuff that I don't think I've ever actually seen. If I have seen it, I was like a kid and didn't give a shit when she showed me. And she showed me this like Happy Mother's Day, Mom, I love you type sign that I like finger painted when I was a baby. And every fucking character that is not symmetrical was flipped backwards. I was dyslexic as a toddler. I didn't realize how bad it was. It ruins me every day, and it ruined me then too. It's so bad looking at my old writing. It's like, oh my god, this is so obvious. Okay, so when it's registered 0, this is a 0 register, so it's always 0, so it's just gonna be the only thing that really needs to matter here is that assign register read vector equals 0. Assign okay. That's all I have to do there. I feel like I'm on autopilot like 90% of the time I write this stuff. Okay, so just the fuck out of the way. So when this and right back enable on, and then load right one hot for index. I love keyboard shortcuts so much. Bingo, bango. Everything's all aligned. Okay. That was easy enough.
Bazinga.
um. Okay, so hold on. Decoded register right back. Okay. Oh yeah, that's what I have to do a decoder for. Then the rest of this will just take in the one hot. One hot. Okay. There you go. Only when you're saying, hey, I'm not only am I reading A, but I'm also gonna write it later. I'm actually gonna rename that because I like this will be writing to A. Name, that's a nice name. I like that. Bingo bango. Cool. Okay.
Hi, RT.
What's up, RT? No, I need to instantiate the register test. I'm gonna get up and stretch. It's now been just over an hour that I've been live and haven't put up yet. I'm making a new scene real quick before I get up. There we go. I don't know why I made a new scene for that when I literally just added a text field that I could just like click the little visibility icon on. I don't fucking know.
It is. It is. I don't think I can hear you actually. No, I can hear the music. I don't think I can hear you through it.
Oh yeah, that would help if I unmuted myself so you can compare the volumes. Now, after like a few seconds of delay, you should be able to hear me and tell me whether or not you can hear me over the music. You should be able to, but I want it to be a good balance. So if someone puts like the music at a healthy like background volume, I'm not gonna be like ah or like whatever.
It seems pretty good.
I just grabbed the top 100 playlist of no copyright sounds, so I feel like a dead silent stream when I'm coding is like asking for someone to be bored instead of having it on in the background.
Probably a good idea. Yeah.
Okay, so we need to instantiate that comment. To instantiate the register status and plug it all in. Thinking. Okay, I'm just thinking. So, my last instruction decoder was decent, but it was meh. But effectively just had a control vector that got generated, then assigned, and up here was just managing operands and some basic like simplified stuff. I'm just trying to think of what I actually think I'm gonna wait to do the instruction decoder until I'm gonna go through instead of finishing up. I'm trying to think through my process. My original goal was to get done like all of this stuff today, but I feel like if I stick to getting the register file and then the stat cache could very well just take me the rest of the time anyway. There's a lot of edge cases to think through. So once I get the stat cache done, I'll probably end up making rewriting these units down here, like primarily these first three, so I can test basic small programs. And that does not need to go there. I realized this could easily take multiple cycles. Oh, my stretch break is still on the screen. Ah! Slowly not becoming a bad streamer. Who am I kidding? I'll always be a bad streamer. I hate instantiating modules so much.
Ever since the stream blew up, you've changed. I remember the old kind of thing.
How much have I changed?
So much. Ever since those streams started getting 20, 30 views, you're clout shark now.
I was pretty happy with my stable viewership when I was on Twitch. I believe at one point my average viewership was up to like 22. With like 6 or 7 of those people being in Discord chat, like chatting with me at all times. Like being actively in conversation for most of the time about some random topic game related or that someone would bring up in chat. Which I enjoyed so much because if you have like an active voice chat, you can shut up and be quiet while you're playing games or on stream or while like coding and just let all of the voice chat handle itself and you don't have to do anything. Chat can interact with the people there and you don't have to worry about it. It's like half your job done for you. Reading from B. Oh yeah, duh. 'Cause I only pre-decode the A operand. These are the same pins up here. Yeah, I just duplicated the same name. Reading from A, we'll be writing to A, read operand 1 hot, and mark A dirty. Reading from B, read B address, issue from A, issue A address, issue from B, issue B address, loading to reg 1 hot, writing to reg, right back enable, and writing reg 1 hot, and load enable. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 20. Okay. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. That wasn't as painful as expected. Everything now relies on the stat cache. think all the pin, yeah, every pin's taken care of. That's awesome. Clear this space.
Hello. My meeting is over.
Welcome back.
I have been welcomed back. Mwah. Hi, RT. What up, dog? You be playing circuits though? Yeah. I see that head bob right there. I shall say. How's life been treating you? Well? Anyway.
Yes, there's a counter there.
I think I finally scraped together the motivation capper to work on the stupid HDMI.
Fun.
No! Why did it take so long?
I'm gonna rename this stash cache notes. Stack cache notes.
Uh-huh.
And then make a new one because this file has too much shit in it for me to think through right now.
Oh yeah, that in normal programming that's also a common thing. You don't want a crap ton of shit in one file, otherwise it's just, or in one function, I guess.
Well, this is just a lot of random notes and bullshit. Like it's not even a lot of stuff. I just want to like transfer it to a new file just slowly as I like think through what's actually there.
It's meta, that makes sense. That, my good friend, makes sense. Bruh.
Okay. The stat cache has some interesting things to keep in mind when doing run ahead stuff. Because let's say actually, I think I just realized something what I need to be able to do. I think I should allow you to blindly increment and decrement the stack pointer. Okay, so the reason I'm doing this, I'm having this stack thing to catch everyone up in thoughts. So I'm adding this SPM instruction because what this allows you to do is, let's say you're in Runhead, right? And you did an operation that pushes into the stack, right? Then that's fine because it pushes into the stack and it marks that stack value invalid, so you can keep pushing to the stack in Runhead mode, and it's fine, and it just keeps track of those. But the issue is that if you push, and then all of a sudden an instruction goes to Runhead, you need something to tell it which of those write requests. So let's say I have Milton's. No, I don't have it open.
What?
Milton, come back to
Oh
me.
my god, what?
What?
Bethesda Softworks posted a video an hour ago. Starfield official launch date announcement. What?
What, and when is its launch announcement?
I don't know. It's a 2-minute 40. I'm gonna watch the video. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Wait. Have I been an idiot for a while? Oh my god, I hate myself. I've been zoomed out to the maximum level for the last like week or two. You look at all our old notes. These are all of the old notes.
Holy
The pORC
fuck.
one.
Who made those?
I wanted to look at this
And
scenario.
it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Hey, RT. Can you show me your D flip-flop?
Okay, so let's say you op. Let's say you push. I'm gonna put PS for. Okay, and let's just say you keep doing more of these, and this is just keep going because the stack can just manage these. It's fine. It just has a little queue internally for its write back. And that's fine. Now let's say you have one that comes in here. And then this, instead of going here, this goes into the run ahead and gets pushed out until like this cycle. Actually, it kind of injects right here. Yeah. Yes. Yes. And then there was another one, but this one did not have a run ahead issue. The easiest solution is to say, if you ran ahead on a stack, push, block all things. But that's kind of nasty. It kind of removes a huge, like, potential benefit of just being able to dump memory values into a stack that you don't have access to at the moment. Like, just say, hey, load these 20 values into the stack right now from memory, and then you can just do other stuff while you're just doing, like, load like R2 to R14, inc R2. Load ink, load ink, load ink, load ink, load ink, and then all of a sudden you have that entire vector, like that 16 long vector, in your stack ready to be operated on.
Oh, it got delayed again.
It did?
September 6th.
Hi, Nixter. I don't know when you posted that, but hi. Because right now we would have we had just like a queue of just like write request. It'd be blue. Oh motherfucker, that was supposed to be blue. It'd be blue. Then we'd have purple, red, and then we would have this come in, and this would attempt to write again. I'm gonna attempt really that bad italics, but the actual this goes to something like this. This is so this is the issued order. So I'll go to that blue. Issued. Written. Okay, so the issue is with this magic instruction. Is that that goes out of order right there. And if we just have a queue structure, my really dirty fucking idea, oh, I hate it, is to have an 8 deep issue queue for the stack, so you can issue up to 8 like pending writes, which covers all like L1 hits. It covers L1 hits and allow you to like absorb an L1 miss potentially, or at least half of an L1 miss. It's like 8 or 16 issued, but then I could have a like a reorder buffer for it, so when you write back, it just pushes it to there, so it effectively just does a reorder buffer on these to write back these in order. But the thing is, it doesn't need to be in order because they're pointed at different locations in the stack. This is a lot to think about. I knew the stack. I've always wanted to do a stat cache, and I had a stat cache worked out for Minecraft stuff, but the Minecraft stuff was not run ahead. It was just a simple like the dirty flag bit on the register, so it wasn't that bad. The simplest would be able to be like mark each of these dirty. This is a run ahead, so it's handled special. It's already queued up as a write. I know I have not even thought about speculation on this, on the stack. And I'm debating if I even allow you to do stuff with the stack if you're speculating. Which I realize speculation can actually be like a huge thing for you, because if you allow 32 run ahead instructions and you do like a branch that result, like if you do a load value and then do like arithmetic on the load and then do a branch and then you do a bunch of other stuff, you could potentially be waiting on that load and just be doing all those other instructions for a while. Oh. I want to try to do this without sending the entire like write address with the value. Because if I have to send an entire if it's 32-bit system, I have to send a second 32-bit value with all the writes through the system just in case they write to the stack. I'll be mad. That'll be bad. So then the stack could be if the stack is written to in any of these, then it's just a single value that's just passed, pretty much looped straight and just forwarded straight out of this buffer. But for CSRs, for complex ALU operations or anything load store, I mean, if I don't allow you to do, I'm curious how. God, I'm thinking. Wait a second. I could just treat them as a chain to be written hazard, because instead of being a pure data dependency, it's an address dependency. So if you push a bunch of times to it, and you run ahead one of those pushes, if you just force all pushes from that point to be ran ahead as well, then it delays them, but it's a uniform delay. It doesn't bottleneck your progress. At least at that moment, you can still go through and build out your run ahead queue and issue what you can. If I do that, then anything that writes quick would just go through, and that would be a simple queue. Yeah, I like that because I could just simply have a write back queue for the stack. And if it's marked dirty at all, once you start marking something dirty, then that's going to be on the head of that queue. And if anything on that queue is dirty, then it just doesn't allow you to issue anything else. So if you ever, it doesn't allow you to read, but it should allow you to, Huh. Thinking. Trying to find like that edge case of where I can like, or the limit, where like how much run ahead in speculation can I allow using the top of stack without having to track too much state. But if you're pushing, because I really want you to be able to like have your be able to just load repeatedly into like into R14 and just like push to like load in a vector. I really want you to be able to do that fast and not have to like wait on like do one load, wait for it to return, do another load, wait for it to return. I want you to be able to run ahead on those. Loads and stores are always the thing that makes this more complicated. Like everything I'm coming to, it requires me to pass some sort of tag. Tag or address. If I had like a vector, like a one hot vector, and I had a 3-bit counter, index that. I can assign these and mark them as in flight, like writes. Send out the associated tag and write them as 0. And anytime, and you stall by anytime this counter like wraps back around and hits a 0 or hits a 1. Well, if I could separate this into two separate problems, because I know anything that goes through. The only stuff that I ever need to actually worry about the variable latency of are loads and stores. Basic like moves and arithmetic operations and stuff like that, those are like guaranteed time frames. So when you do an operation, I can push it to like I could have two separate queues. Be for fixed timed. Fixed time going here, and there'll be like a hit static of like 3 or 4 because that's how many clock cycles you know you'll always be working on. And then you'll have Q1, which will be like 8 deep or something like that, and this will be all of the ones that deal with memory that could be variable timed. God, I suck writing with the mouse. But this fixed won't work if there's a run ahead though. This is really making me think. How can I manage this? Mart, you got any ideas? Mart's probably not even paying attention. Mart's probably in class right now. Oh wow, you could get really fancy with this. With this blur feature, you could like color in and get really cool. Or we get up and stretch again, and then I'll come back and think of this for 5 more minutes, and if I don't solve a solution, I'm going to move to a different part of the CPU. Because worst case, I just won't let you, I'll stall whenever you do stuff with it, but that makes me really cry.
Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. I wanna taste your content, hold your breath. And
I have to go.
feel
Bye bye.
tension.
Bye.
Just hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. Breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. Just
Hi, Haz. Welcome to the Lurk stream. I'm back. Hmm. Hmm. I think I should go on to a different part of the CPU. I could do a really dirty thing. No, but just allow you to run through that fixed forward. Nice fire. Three-stick CCA is fun. I still haven't even looked at three-stick CCA. I just know someone told me it was a thing. Huh. A problem with the stat cache. Anything that doesn't need to be reordered go over, but then if you run ahead, oh. So like the stream name suggests, Decode stage 0. So I'm working on this. I built the shadow register file and the base register file, which I could then, I'll mark the inside highlight of these yellow. And I'm currently working on the stat cache because this is a out of order execution CPU. It does out of order commit to registers, and it does out of order issue with one run ahead. And on all the registers, it's fine. Like I'm fine with all the states and all the registers and stuff. That's all fine. But the stat cache, since with R14 is the value at the top of the stack. So since it's out of order and run ahead, there can be situations where like, hey, I'm gonna pop from this operation. Is an A operand, so I'm going to read from the top of the stack and then push that value to it. It's just effectively just swapping on the top. Or you have times where you're just straight pushing or other stuff like that. Oh, no reorder buffer. The pipeline split into an in order, which is this pipe white back path, and then a out of order, which is this load path. Whenever an instruction needs to go through one of these three, the CSR, the ALU, the complex ALU, or the load store system, whenever it goes through there, it's marked dirty. And if an instruction tries to operate on that value, then that instruction gets pushed into the run ahead queue to be issued later. And then this run ahead queue snoops the register status, so that way whatever instruction is at the head of its queue, it monitors that register and says, oh, what's your current status? And as soon as you're clear, then it runs the instruction from this run ahead queue rather than whatever current instruction you're pointing at. It also has branch prediction, so there's speculation. You can go one deep speculation in here, so this run ahead queue handles all of that, and you can go speculative. All this fun stuff works. The last like nail in the coffin to get like all of this good. Fire, which part is smart? The mixing run ahead and dirty bits, or like mixing run ahead and scoreboarding effectively, like I'm doing, or the stack cache. Dirty bits were like a poor man's version of scoreboarding, which I started using for Minecraft design, and then I made pORC2, which is this CPU, and this just uses a basic dirty bit. And if you ever try to whenever an instruction goes through the complex ALU or any of the load system in this first CPU, and this one's fully operational. Oh yeah, I love the out of order and IO stuff. The I'll mention some cool things you can do with it. So since you can mark instructions dirty, you on this old system you could, whenever you would load something, and since IO is memory mapped, you could like load a value from IO into a register, and it would mark that register dirty. And then if you tried to use that, it would stall the CPU until that load came back, and then the CPU would progress. pORC2 is just taking that, and instead of immediately stalling you, it pushes your instructions to a run ahead queue and allows you to go like either 32 or 64 deep in the run ahead. I don't know yet. I don't know how deep that's going to be. I'm going to play with it and see how much of a difference it makes in performance. It's going to be fun to do different performance specs with changing some characteristics of this. But so this system does the dirty bit, but instead of like stalling the system immediately, it'll push it off to the run ahead queue, and that all is fancy and fine. And one thing that allows you to do is, since IO is memory mapped, you can request IO to load into a register, and then IO can at a later, whenever it responds back, write directly to a register. Oh no. Will do. It'll be like a couple months before I start running that type of stuff on here, but it is going decently quick. Like, this is the biggest issue with it right now, is just resolving this. Once I resolve this, how I want to manage these stack conditions, because right now, since the stack pointer can move, it's not like you're writing to a thing. It allows you to, yeah, you can map IO to registers, so you could like run a loop and check if a value has changed from 0, and you know when an IO returns with a non-zero value, it'll then, your loop will exit. You can do some fancy like interrupt stuff and respond in real time to IO. But yeah, so when you're issuing stuff from the stack, and let's say you're just like pushing to the stack over and over and over and over, and popping doesn't matter because you're just reading. Pushing matters, so if you keep push, and then you read from the stack cache and decode 0, and you push to the run ahead queue in decode 1. So because they're on because they're on different sides of the boundary, there could be a time where you end up issuing, say, hey, there's gonna be a write back on this stack, and this goes, nope, it's gonna be later, and then it puts them out of order. And even if they were on the same cycle, when you would put something to the run ahead queue, and then it would go, and then another stack push could happen, the pointer is valid, so it'll just increment the pointer and start doing load from memory and start doing the push. But then then your writes to that will then have been out of order. So you need to know which pointer goes to where, like which one of those writes is what. And I'm trying to think of how to minimize the amount of tags and stuff I need. What I'm thinking about doing is just making it, if I instead of sending the 4 bits from my register address, I sent like 8 bits with my with all of my operands, with all my stack operands, so and anything in the run ahead queue just gets an additional 4 bits added to it. That would then allow me to issue some stuff. And I could have like a history, like a write history of like tags, of like write locations. It'd be pretty much just like a 16 entry like register file. And whenever you write into it, it'll look up into that register file and read out, go, oh, you need to write to this address because your tag was 7. If I do like the goal is to make this a 32-bit, 16 or 32-bit system. Probably just 32-bit. It makes some stuff easier, but you can parameterize it to go either. If I have a 256-bit cache line, eight or 16 values. If it's 16 or 32-bit, yeah. If I force a cache line to be 8 words, so just whatever your standard base bit width is, 8 elements. I stored 2 cache lines in the register file in the stat cache, so I mean I need to store a total of 16 tracked items. Oh. It's only 16. That's not that bad. That's not that many. I mean, it's enough to like speed up your system and like give you quick, fun stack accesses. Aw. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do a stat cache. I think I'm gonna make it 32 values deep, so you can hold up to 4 cache lines in there. Which isn't too many things. That ain't bad. I allow you to hold 32 values. Yeah, and then that works because I can have a 32 entry like register file. Effectively, that's inside the stat cache that just gives you the status of every entry. So you can say like, hey, is this to be read? Is this to be written? So that way when you're pushing and popping, you're just moving your pointer along that. I like that. So if I can hold 32 values in there and I can like go 16 pushes deep. I like that. So then you have a push queue, and then so then that's kind of brings up the question.
No stopping us. Fly without boarding pass. Couldn't catch me, I'll be moving fast. Call me a shooting star. Let 'em know who you are. Flying up in a
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna do this. It just means I'll have to send additional 4-bit value with the instructions, but oh well, I guess.
I said I'm moving too far. Get to glass.
Okay.
Looking at a shooting star. Got more than a couple of people going mad. I swear they're rooting hard. Tell them I'd be big in the game like she went and got them breast implants. I said I'm moving too fast. Didn't even get to glance. I'm ready to eat up track like I'm seated in a restaurant.
See that? Well, the stat cache that I'm doing, it holds 8 cache lines, or 4 cache lines. That each cache line has 8 values. So the idea is that whatever cache line you're in, you're currently accessing, it holds the cache line immediately with the address below and above that, and then it gives you the 4th one to go in. Okay, so if you end up moving from that middle cache line to the one above it, then it grabs you a new, then it replaces that 4th one with the next high up, with the next one up. But if you go down, then it replaces it with the next low one. So you always like cache those values. And since you are incrementing and decrementing, you can pre-cache those values, and as soon as since they're 8 values deep, whenever you get within 4 values of an edge, or since I have 4 elements, whenever I cross the line from storing element 0, 1, 2, and then X, because X is like unknown, and I'm currently in 1. As soon as I cross a bound from 1 to 2, I'm gonna put in 3 where X is, and then 0 becomes X. And then 0 gets replaced. But if I end up moving back down the stack, then I don't need to replace 0 because it's already there. So if you end up moving backwards a bunch, then the cache is fully full at any given time. Alright.
Hi, Ellie.
I said I'm moving too far. Getting lost.
Dun. I feel like this would not work at all on a multi-core system that well. Well, not really, because you mark full cache lines invalid, so. I just realized something. I need to make sure that, where's my fence notes? Here they are. Yeah, that's a big deal. Okay, there we go. Thinking. Yeah, this should work. My run ahead queue needs I need input. I need an input that says that the instruction is a run ahead instruction, because that means it's already going to be allocated to the push queue. What's great is that if my cache holds 32 entries, and I'm keeping a history of up to 16 pushes, that means it's if you just keep pushing and pushing and pushing, you should be fine on all your cache stuffs. Oh. Mechanism to rewrite. want to have a mechanism so if you keep pushing and it realizes, oh shit, you keep pushing too far and you're going into a newer bound, it'll just keep taking those pushes and keep riding them into those new bounds, and it'll just mark those entries with a bit that says, hey, whenever this cache line comes, accept this new value, fuck the old value. Do you know it would have been overwritten anyway? Hmm.
Suck me in small, breathe me in and let me go. Filling the lungs inside you, and the blackened eyes make my way into your mind. Just to know what you knew, restless every time we
Yeah, so, and if I have,
lost control. It's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the night. Let the darkness take control.
so this interface all needs some over. Not a 4-bit counter.
Take control. Darkness take control. May the darkness take control. Take me in small, breathe me in and let me go. Sink to your heart to find you. Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lies, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start locking as lost control.
So I have a bunch of notes for this. I feel like
Paradise with honesty.
I'm gonna get up and take like stretch again,
I'm in the dead of
but
teardrops on the floor. The pain is over, feel the darkness take control.
I'm debating if I should move on and just make another unit, because like, or start the stack cat. I could make it. Oh yeah, that's what I was doing. That's what I need to do. I'm really curious what kind of performance I can get out of this. I want someone to make a single cycle or like a simple pipeline that doesn't have all of this for pORC2. And then I want to compare speeds.
brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but
Ooh, that's something I could do to test like performance and stuff like that. I could take, whenever I'm running this, I could test the depth of the stat cache and the latencies of cache misses, because the latencies of cache misses are going to be one of the biggest impacts to the depth of the run ahead queue. So I could test it with like, hey, what if I have like 10 cycles of latency? Would I only need 8 instructions, or would I need 16 instructions potentially? I assume it would need equal to or less than instructions that it takes for your cache miss, depending on how deep of a cache miss you want to preserve. So if you're preserving only one level, like level 2, and your level 2 response is only like maybe 10 or 20 cycles, and you could just have a 16 to 32 deep run ahead queue, and you'll be able to manage all of it. I do love the stat cache because it allows you to like completely plan around cache speeds and just dump a bunch of values into a stack at once, and then use the stack in a constant timing. So one stupid idea, and Ellie, I want your opinion on this, and Matthew potentially too, and Mart if you're here. One thought I randomly had go pop through my mind at times is, instead of once I get the stat cache figured out, what if I were to have 2 stat caches, since there's a 2 operand system? That means you could then like go through and you could like compare strings and stuff really easy by just dumping one string into one stack and one string in the other stack.
You just allow the user to change where the stack is, and then just pop, compare the 2 stacks together or something.
Oh, that's true. You could just use one stack, and you could just do like a copy, compare, copy, compare, copy. Yeah, that's fine. I could just use you literally using one stack, and you just alternate which one you're loading from. That would do 10 times smarter, and it would be the same amount of instructions in a lot less hardware. Okay, I'm gonna stretch real quick. Then I'm going to
relativity space.
What, Elliot? Why are you quiet?
Relativity space. They 3D print rockets, and they're trying their first launch in about 56 minutes.
Sweet.
And
I'll be
they're
ending the
going
stream.
for orbit first try.
I'll be ending this stream in like 30 minutes, so I'll be watching that probably afterward. Remind me, I'll watch it with you. Because then about like 1 p.m. my time, so like 35 minutes, so I'm gonna stop this stream and then work on other stuffs.
Feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move.
Oh yeah. Okay, stretch break time. See ya, Fire, if you're still here. I just saw that you said see ya.
So alive, make it last forever. Stop in time, yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me.
They're calling it GLHF. Good luck, have fun.
Who's calling what?
Lions roaring in the morning sun, searching for a longer day. People feeling like the light has just come. We must never stop the way. Yeah. Birds chirping and I hear my name, grasping into a life. Life is happy but it's so insane. We must merely make a start. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a
We're going for like orbit first try.
Savannah.
If they actually make it to orbit first try, no test launches, that's going to be fucking insane, and they're immediately going to get huge market share.
I'm surprised I haven't heard about him up until now.
Yeah, very.
The birds have
Here,
just
here's like a 20-minute video that you can watch before
We will always
the
take a stand
before it goes up.
for the people, for the land. Let's
Yeah, it's entirely 3D printed. I think there's like a few things that aren't 3D printed, but pretty much it's 3D printed. Like the engine, this is a Methlog engine, so I think it's like the first Methlog to orbit. Literally, if this does anything but explode on the pad, they're doing great.
Falcon 1 got off the pad, right?
Like, this is their first test flight. This is the first one.
The first test flight for SpaceX got off the pad, at least, didn't it?
I don't know, maybe. But SpaceX also did great.
That is true.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna put my money on it. I bet it's gonna pull an Ad Astra and just start walking across the horizon.
Dude, that shit was awesome. Holy hell. It completely lost an engine. And their control systems, like, don't see that as a failure. That shit was amazing. It lost an engine and its control system still kept it upright. That shit fucking rocked.
That is one of the most impressive ways to fail I've ever seen.
I don't see it as a failure, my guy. I don't see that. All they did was prove that they are the best motherfuckers at control.
Alright, I'm back.
Hi back.
I'm back. Oh, it's getting there.
Yeah. Steven. Oh no, this isn't Methlog. This is. Okay, they plan to do Methlogs. They're doing liquid natural gas right now.
That's strange. So
What?
they're fueling it right now, but it says 45 minutes until launch.
It's mostly done with fueling. They said that they have pretty much wrapped up on fueling. It's just like trickling in for what's evaporating.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know if they're gonna do like the super cooling like SpaceX does.
Do you think SpaceX is gonna do the orbital test flight before the end of the year?
I don't know. I don't know. Like Starship.
I remember when he's like, we're gonna do an orbital test flight by the end of the year, back in 2022.
Stargate printer. They're using aircraft terminal.
Hmm.
They want to eventually build a rocket from raw materials in 60 days.
So basically, they saw Factorial and they're like, what if we did that in real life? This is exactly what's happening, just minus the bugs.
That was fucking horrible.
Yeah, you know, I'm a comedic genius. Ahead of my time, I might say. Look at them big old lightning towers.
These are pretty tiny lightning towers.
Wow, they have a payload on it. That's gay. They should have put a car in it.
Oh, holy hell, Steven's gonna have quite a view.
Is he out there?
Launch complex. So it's launching out of launch complex 16. Here, let me fucking do a.
Remember, don't dox. You're on stream.
I'm not gonna dox him on
Hey
stream.
Ellie, could you tell Ellie, I want to mail you something. Could you give me your address? And while you're at it, can I get your social security number?
3517 Old Archibald Ranch Road, Ontario, California. And I don't know why you need my social, but I mean I can give it to you anyways. It's 123-456-789.
Shit. Hold on. Wait. I only got 1, 2, 3. Can you repeat that?
Could you imagine if your Could you imagine if your social security number was 123?
I think it's like an exception. I think it's one of the one numbers I was like, yeah, no. Oh, here's a fun fact. Oh, hold on. I got a work call.
You gotta know I'm all yours. But when I say what's that about, you start slurring your words. Tell me why you have to seem so distant when I'm holding you. Your fingertips are drifting away, and I fucking love how it hurts. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I? Why do I, baby, why do I? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling?
We about to turn it on. We about to turn it on. We about to turn it on. Turn it on. Turn it on. We about to turn it on. We about to turn it on.
Hi, I'm back. And I'm just gonna like end the stream here because I just spent the last 30 minutes doing effectively fucking nothing. I'll make, so that means Friday I'll just continue where I left off on this. I'm pretty confident with this, that this will solve the problems. So yeah, stat cache today was somewhat successful. Did I even write a single file? Oh, I wrote the register file. I did the register file cell and I wrote this, and the rest of it was just staring blankly at a stat cache. Anyway,